Okay, where was I? My mom was asking for help and I don't remember what I was talking about. She needs help doing yard work and I really don't want to do that right now. Alright, so here we are again. But hi everyone, my name is River. I am known as Riv Critter online and I am an artist, a streamer, and I enjoy drawing comics and all kinds of weird creatures. So in today's video, I did an illustration of a dragon. It's like a Chinese inspired kind of Eastern type of dragon because I personally love dragons, it's the year of the dragon, and with it being New Year's and everything, I just thought it would be kind of fitting to try to draw this dragon in my style and see what we could do with them. And of course, I'll be showing my process as well. So with all that being said, we'll go ahead and get over to the video. Okay, so I figured I could give y'all a little coverage on some of the spicy drama that I saw happening over on Twitter recently. But the whole issue itself is something that has been going on for a while actually, and it concerns AI generated art. So real quick, AI art is created by machine learning algorithms and computer technology that can change or enhance existing artworks or create entirely new works of art. And this can be visual art, videos, and even music and audio compositions. I would try to go more into how this is actually done and all the specifics, but it's something I'm still trying to understand and learn, and I honestly don't know a whole lot about it because it is quite different from anything I've explored. But honestly, I can see some of the benefits of it and how it can just be a fun tool to play around with, but there are also a lot of ethical concerns associated with it. But with that being said, yeah, let's get into what actually went down. So Wacom is a leading company that makes drawing tablets and pens for artists. I've actually had a few of these in the past myself, but recently they made an advertisement and post that had really set them back with the artistic community. This ad featured an image of a Chinese dragon, but there are a lot of issues going on with the picture. The tail, for one, is like completely disconnected from the body. There are patches of white space in between areas of the mane. The feet begin to lose form. There's just a lack of completeness and cohesiveness to the image. So this whole thing just looks very weird. And we've seen this kind of thing before in AI generated art, so it seemed that Wacom allegedly bought and used AI generated art for this ad. And this really doesn't make a lot of sense for the business. Like, this is a company that wants to sell products to artists so that they can work as artists. And so instead of maybe commissioning an artist to illustrate for the ad, as they have done in the past, and they could commission a very popular artist and get all kinds of reach and endorsement. Yeah, instead they just bought this funky little guy off Adobe iStock, I think. Like, I really don't understand. Of course, after all the callouts, I do believe Wacom took down their post of the AI dragon, and then they later released a statement saying they weren't aware it was AI generated, as it wasn't tagged as such. But yeah, it's just really strange, and honestly, it is pretty obvious. There's a lot to be said about the qualms of the adoption of AI art by corporations in general, and the harm that it does to the artistic industry. You know, I guess it comes down to this idea that it's cheaper and faster for a marketing studio to generate images via AI than to give an artist their fair rate and time needed to illustrate something. But this especially does not make sense given that Wacom is a art-oriented company, and they would presumably want to encourage artists to continue making art and pursue artistic careers, therefore keep growing their own business as a drawing tablet company. So yeah, just really, really strange and not too good for their publicity. But since I myself love dragons and wanted to do the New Year dragon some justice, I decided why not try redrawing the poor little guy in my own style and interpretation. You know, it's not his fault. I had posted a few work in progress pics and videos of this on my Twitter, and a lot of people really seemed to like it, which was really encouraging. But I think I also ruffled some feathers somehow because the AI art thing is kind of a hot topic, And some people seem to think that, quote unquote, I will never be hireable and that I should stay mad. Even though I already do graphic design work for a company, but apparently I can expect to be fired from that pretty soon. But anyway, yeah, I also just wanted to talk about dragons themselves for a minute because, well, like I said, I really love drawing them, and I'm very interested in their history and significance in our stories and in our movies. This dragon's design is more in vein of the Eastern dragon or Chinese dragon, and they do have some differences from Western dragons, which are the typical lizard-like dragons that we would see in a lot of fantasy and medieval stories. Western dragons are generally, again, reptilian-like, scaly. They have claws, sharp faces and teeth, big leathery wings, and they're really thought of to be quite fierce and aggressive. And they may breathe fire, hoard treasure, fight heroes and knights, and that sort of thing. Now, the Eastern dragons have a different interpretation and meaning in their respective cultures. Visually, they have a more colorful look, longer coiled bodies, and oftentimes they have hair, fur, whiskers, and line-like features. They are seen as being more benevolent and wise, though they can still be pretty dangerous like the Western dragons. And while Western dragons are more associated with fire, the Eastern dragon, in contrast, is associated with bodies of water, such as rivers, oceans, and rain. They're also commonly associated with luck, prosperity, and are oftentimes seen as protectors of people. So the two styles of dragons have a lot of similarities and differences, and it's just fun to explore how to draw each one. I did that in a previous video in which I drew several different famous dragons. That video is just a speed draw, so if you want to check that out and hear some cool music along with it, I'll put a little link or a little card or something so that you can go do that. But okay, I think I'll go ahead and wrap up the video for now. I want to wish you all a happy new year full of inspiration and motivation for your own artwork, projects, and dreams. And I'm sure I will be talking to you guys pretty soon in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.